Morning, guys. This is Veda day 8. No, 9? 8? Oh my gosh, it'll be in the header. Anyway, I just wanted to briefly talk about a book that I have been trying to sit through and read. It's not because it's a bad book to read or anything. I'm just really sitting for a long period of time reading a book right now is just really hard for me to do without passing out or being, just not having all my focus and stuff in the book. But I wanted to talk today about the book called On Becoming Baby Wise. This book has been recommended to me by several of my clients, probably throughout all my clients who are parents. About 10 couples have read this book and implemented it on their newborn, and out of all of them, there's 100, between the feedback that I'm getting, there's 100% success rate. Not one set of my clients has any negative feedback based on this book. The author of this book, just so you guys know, is Ezzo and Bucknam, and again, it looks like this. And on the cover it says, on becoming baby wise, giving your infant the gift of nighttime sleep. Now, what I've seen and read on the internet and forums and everything like that, this is a slightly controversial book. The meaning, or the reason behind that, is because a lot of people have completely different opinions on how you should feed your baby, whether you should breastfeed or bottle feed, or if you do demand feeding versus timed feeding, all that good stuff. There's a million different opinions. This video is not to make anybody upset. This is merely just based off of all the reviews that I've had, and they're so positive. I decided I needed to go get the book and see what it was about for myself. So I haven't read through the whole thing yet. The gist of this book is pretty basic. It's essentially outlining for you a routine to get into with your infant to instill a through the night sleep pattern earlier in their development. I have a lot of clients saying that when they really followed the book and they implemented it on their baby that they just, brought home, they had their baby sleeping all the way through the night by, I've heard, as early as week 6. That to me seems really crazy, especially if, I've also, on the flip side, I have parents who are still dealing with trying to get their toddlers and stuff to even have some type of a routine. Now, there's like a scheduling method inside the book. It's not just a bunch of theory. There's an actual, there's a couple parts where it really maps out growth spurts, and it tells you how to deal with that. It tells you how to deal with colicky or jaundice babies. And it does not have a steadfast opinion as to whether or not you should be a breastfeeder or a bottle feeder, nothing like that. So far this book to me, and what I've read probably about this much of the book. So far to me it just seems extremely logical. Not one part of it do I feel like they're really trying to push me to do, to join like the club or to be a part of this certain type of group of people. Nothing like that. It's simply mapping out facts and statistics and giving you reasons why sleeping through the night is actually quite healthy for your baby. So the main concept, I think, behind the routine kind of goes along the pattern of feed, wake, sleep. That's kind of the consistent pattern that you revisit about every 2.5 to 3 hours throughout your day, which essentially makes sense to me anyway, because that's kind of how our metabolisms work as an adult. And sleeping through the night, having a full night's rest, to me has never seemed like a bad idea. obviously in adulthood, but even in a young child's life. I don't feel like, you know, and it tells you what a full night's sleep really is, and it has a lot more detail. Like I said, I'm not going to go into all that right now. But so far the book just makes total perfect sense, and it also gives me reason to believe that it would also help prevent an extraordinarily fussy baby, or one that has a lot of problems eating. So, again, I know you guys, I've said before, my plan is to breastfeed, and my plan is also, Shane and I have decided that we are going to really try to implement the Baby Wise concept. Whether or not we're able to stick to it 150%, that's yet to be seen. I'm sure I'll have future vlogs on how that's going. When I finish the book, I might do a full in-depth book review and system review on how it's mapped out. But in the meanwhile, if I can predict a schedule for my life after the newborn is here, and be able to schedule things like lunch dates or going to the grocery store or making it to the gym on time, or knowing when I can take him to my mother's house for babysitting on a pleasant, you know, scenario. If I can have those elements in my life, then rock on. That sounds great to me. So whether this book works or not, like I said, it should be, sorry guys, should be, you know, we'll have to just kind of wait and see. But again, out of all of my clients, there's about 10 sets of couples who have recently had children. And the ones who have read this book and really utilized it, love it. There's not been one negative comment at all. And so, yeah, I think it's definitely worth a shot. I think reading material is good anyway. It's good to be slightly knowledgeable in all fields. That way you can kind of maybe come up with your own system, but I think we're really going to give it a try. We may not try it until after the first 2 weeks or something, just so we can kind of, you know, have that bonding time and, you know, get to meet our new one and introduce him to the home and family and that kind of thing. But I think that this book will definitely be instilled pretty soon, because again, I have not heard anything bad about it. So I'm posing this question, guys. If there's somebody new on the web or anything who has any other information about this or has an opinion about it, you know, post a comment or a video response. Also, if you guys, for those mothers out there who have already gone through, you know, the infant stage and sleeping and whatnot, if you're having struggles or if you've had great success with something, I'd love to hear about that too. Like I said, I get all kinds of feedback all day long from all the people that I see at work, so it'd be great just to kind of hear from you all and see what has worked for you or what definitely did not work for you, or, you know, just all those kinds of things. So that's going to pretty much be it for Veda Day 8. I believe it's 8. I'll check and it'll be correct in the header. Again, I want to thank everybody who has been watching and who's been subscribing. I've had the sweetest feedback via text messaging or, you know, comments on here or Facebook, or just, you know, phone calls, whatever. Especially all my friends back in Ohio and stuff who are watching. It's so cool. I love that you guys are watching these, because I feel obligated to post my vlogs so I can have that more kind of daily conversational connection, you know, because when we talk on the phone, I personally feel like I have to set aside a 3-hour window to really properly catch up, because it's been, you know, there's a lot of life events every time that has kind of lapsed through. So the fact that you know, everybody's seeming to enjoying these vlogs so far means a lot. So keep subscribing, keep commenting and liking, and it gives me something to look forward to also. So anyway, guys, that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, is pregnancy vlog, totally, and that is my week 32, 8 months, crazy. So tomorrow is it'll be part of my Veda, but it is a definite pregnancy update and pregnancy vlog. So until then, have a good day, guys. Bye.